go back to no model? Why did it go back to no model? I fixed it. Why is Sue still on the screen? There you go. Okay. Book club time. This is very dramatic music. You don't need all this drama. No! Sue's gone. You put different music on. This is very aggressive. Look at this one. That's much better. That's much better. That's much better. We'll start when more people come. I have been very active, so I have been very active, so I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if people come less this afternoon because I've been so active. Hello. What happened? Hi, bro. No, I joined the thing that said I was waiting for you and it was a lie. What thing said I was waiting for me? Make myself a little smaller. And then I will put up I was in a ghost live? Oh, I know what you clicked on. Oops. So when I put into Streamlabs that I'm streaming, when I put into Streamlabs that I am in fact streaming, it always makes a duplicate. It always makes a duplicate. What the heck am I looking at? Where are the two ghosties? Yeah, one of these is a duplicate. Yeah, one of this is a duplicate. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna put up what does murder Sue or murder this picture that we don't need anymore for our memes? I'm gonna put up our intro text. I usually read the intro text right before we read the actual chapters though, so this one. And then this one has to go behind me. There it is. And I don't need this technically because I have both my phone and physical books today, so I don't need necessarily to look at this to read it, but we shall read it. I refreshed and I only saw one and I joined the wrong one apparently. I mean probably people, that's what happens with people when it comes to my streams. Because they get sent to the duplicate. After grandma and go bed. Okay. Brother might not come today, but we, as always, have several books here for reading. For reading and writing. And then I'm probably gonna put up I was gonna use Spotify today. That feels a little bit flying close to the sun. With no brew. Banished to the void with no brew. Banished to the abyss with no Brutus. Okay, so as always, I think we were on chapter we were on. What were we on? What chapter were we on? We were on chapter 2. Okay. We were on chapter 2, I believe. I think we started reading chapter 1 and then or chapter 2 and then I stopped. So we will read chapter 2 of Alice, maybe chapters 2 and 3. As always, we read our warm-up stories, which usually will be The Singing Bone And the more people that give Poo head pats. You don't gotta give me head pats. I also might play a little bit of Project Diva. I feel like playing Project Diva first. I feel like we're making Project Diva. I know it's like not at all what we're supposed to be doing today, but I can only be helped but so much when it comes to certain things. Nande, why is this? Okay, I'm closing this. I was like not gonna close it because it's my Crunchyroll, but no, it gets closed. It gets closed. Where is my Project Diva? Yeah. Hopefully it captures this time. Should we do it until people come? Yeah. The more people come, I'll stop playing Project Diva, but for right now, I feel like playing Project Diva, like, really want to play it. Like, I haven't played it in forever. I want to play it. What the heck is that? Oh, I know what that is. Oops. And it worked like a charm today. Sorry about that. I hit a window button. Hit a button. My brain is still going, I hooked up with a man named Scust, but then bust up. There it is. And then there's me that's just too big now. Okay. When we get more people in here and more people in the chat, we will start reading book. But for now, I want to play Project Diva because I haven't played Project Diva in a million billion years. This connects. It'll be dope. It worked like without an issue today, which is great because sometimes it gives us like the biggest headache and it doesn't want to work. Are you on Bluetooth? You are on. Controller. Not connected. Can you connect, please? Can you connect, please? Please connect. Why are you not connected? I see it as an option. And I'm waiting for it to vibrate and connect, but it don't want to connect. I could remove it. I don't want to do that though. There it is. Okay, never mind. It says it's not connected again. What the fuck? Oh, I see. You, me, and someone else. Yeah, there's people in here. There are for sure people in here, but I want to play some Project Diva before we start. Remove? Add device. Yes. Controller. Input. Connect. Come on. There it is. Hooray! Huzzah! Today's book club, yes. But it's also Ruby wants to play video games time. So Ruby gets to play video games time. Rude, give me mod power to bonk people? I don't know how to do that on YouTube. If I knew how to do that, I would have done it. If I figure out how to do it, we'll do it. But for now, we're gonna play some Project Diva. Oh, wait, hold up. It's too loud? Hold on. Desktop audio. Oh, it's because the desktop audio is high. My B. I haven't played games on here in forever. Settings. Come on. Let's see. Capture audio. This way I can control my desktop audio, and then the game capture audio will be down here. Let's just test it. Okay. How was that? Is it too quiet now? I'm not playing, I'm just testing the audio. How was that? Is that too loud? I don't know, because I'm doing a beta thing. It's good. Alright. Okay, back to it. Speech on. Fuck. Oh no, I fucked it up anyway. I gotta miss. Okay, I can turn text speech on then. I got cooked a little bit. Oops. I fixed it. We'll play this a little bit. We'll warm up, and then when more people come in, like Ziri and everybody, then we'll hop off.
What?
What? I put text to speech on, and then I'm saying when Ziri and everybody else comes in, then then we'll start reading book club.
Oh.
Then we'll read book club. It's easier for me to play games and have the text to speech on. Definitely gonna do Age of Empires on Saturday for new games.
Your bouncy YouTube model is so cute, Brew.
Thank you. The community bought it for me. What? Oh no, fuck, I fucked it, cause like, god damn it, okay. New warm-up song, new warm-up song. Okay, so my my controller was fucked up before because my B was switched to A and my X was switched to Y on the buttons. So now it's reoriented correctly. And now I'm fucking up. Oh, I got to play this on the Taco Drums, on the Rhythm Taco Drum game. I don't know how to say the name. I don't fucking know the game. I got to play this and it was really fun. I did a really good job. And I killed it and I made Brennan look like a fool. But my hands did get tired. And I got a really bad callus. I love this song. This is like my favorite. I think this is my favorite Project Diva song for sure.
The Alien song.
Yeah. The Alien song. It's my favorite to play. There might be some lag because I have a bunch of tabs open. I keep getting Y and X mixed up. God damn it, I have to get used to the thing being oriented correctly. Fuck. I gotta get used to it actually not being broken. It was broken for the longest time. I have to get used to it being not broken. X is on the top, Y is on the bottom. X is on the top, Y is to the left.
God. I used to play Flash Revolution when I was in middle school.
What is that?
And some things I will not say on YouTube occur there.
What the fuck is Flash Revolution and what could have possibly happened that you can't say on YouTube?
DDR but keyboard. There was chat on Flash Revolution. Unmoderated chat.
Unmoderated chat on a PBR game? What could you possibly need to say to someone playing fucking rhythm games that would be like really bad? Why is that not registering? What the frick? What the fuck? We gotta beat one song before we do book club.
Bro, I am not saying on YouTube.
What the hell? What the hell happened? Nope, we're moving on. Nope. This is my favorite song, but nope. Nope. I'm so cooked on this. We've never beaten it on extreme. We've never beaten it, period, which is shocking. But like, we'll get there. This song is not hard. It should not be difficult to beat, but it's fucking impossible.
It might even be against TOS to describe on YouTube.
What the fuck are you hyping up? You had me. You fucked me. You fucked me. You fucked me. You fucked me with that. You fucked me with that so hard. What the hell? Yeah, you fucked me so hard. You have me so cooked. You have me so cooked for no reason. So unnecessary. It's so unnecessary.
I did.
God, I keep getting all the buttons wrong because they're all switched now! Ah! Okay, sorry. I'm good at this game. I'm not good at the buttons being backwards, though. They're all backwards to me now. I gotta beat one song, man. I gotta beat one song. I gotta beat one song. I gotta beat one. I'm good at this one. I swear I'm good at it. I'm really good at it. Like, I'm actually good at it. I can't play it, though.
It's in your Discord DMS.
What the fuck? Okay, fine.
Satisfy your curiosity.
Okay. I'll satisfy my curiosity. How did that happen with a... Wait! How the fuck does that happen with a rhythm game? How did you manage that with a rhythm game, though? That's my question. I'm gonna beat one song. My goal is just to beat one song and then we can move on. Oh, this one has Len in the background. I have a giant Len plushie now and I love him. Oh my god, I love Len. He's my favorite. He's so cute. He's such a cutie patootie.
I don't remember.
I want to play that game, but I don't want anything to do with any of that shit. That's a crime. That's a crime. Oh my god.
Who is this lost child?
The buttons being backwards is going to be the death of me. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna, like, literally kill me. I can't prove that I know how to play the game.
I don't know if it even still exists.
Please. Please. Just one song. I need one song that I can play. I'm begging. I'm on my knees. Like, I'm on my fucking knees. Just give me one song. Just one. I just need one.
It was like 2004.
Oh my god, hold on. Just one. I just need one song.
I have worse rhythm game related anecdotes, smiley face.
What the fuck? It's rhythm game. How?
Man, I don't know, things just happened.
Rhythm game, bro. Yay! Fuck! Jesus Christ Almighty! I needed one. I need one W. I need one W. I needed one W. How many misses? That's three. That's three. It's three misses. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get when I can get it. It's fine. It's fine. I will take what I can get when I can get it. It's fine. It's fine. I can take what I can get when I can get it.
Pleb.
Oh, Rose. Have you seen my gender change on my model? Do you know about the gender switching? It changes gender. Now it's a woman. Now it's a woman. Pleb. I got 3 misses. You couldn't get 0 misses on this even if you wanted to. Shut up. Shut up. Where am I? I think we should start book club. No, I have 2 hours. I can actually play this a little bit longer because it doesn't take me 2 hours to read everything. It really doesn't. I just thought about it. I could play one more song and then move on with my
MILF. Yes, but show me again.
I change it to another gender. Now it's a MILF. Now it's a MILF. It's too tall though. Now it's a MILF. Now it's a MILF. It's so too tall. Now it's a MILF. Now it's a MILF. Now it's got breasts. Big old booby titties.
Then a guru.
I hate that model. If you ask for it again, I'm deleting it. Every time you ask for it, I get tempted to delete it. Stop asking for it. I fucking hate that model. I will not use it. Like, I will not. Like, I don't like it. If I like it, I will use it. I hate it. I don't like it. I think it looks ugly. If I fix it, it'll be fine. But I haven't fixed it, so I don't like it.
Why can't I have my melanin femboy? Sad face.
Because I hate that way that model looks. It looks like shit. the outfit, the hair. It just doesn't translate to this model.
It's cute. Man or woman, my arms are open for cute people. I'm gonna make you in Shining Nikki now that I have it installed again.
Go for it.
I have so fucking many clothes in that game.
I hate Len's dancing because it's so stupid.
I hate the YouTube app. Jesus Christ, half the time it lets me picture in picture the stream and half the time it's like get fucked, I'm closing it.
Damn, that was bad. That was kind of rough. It wasn't that rough, but it was rough. It was rough towards the end of it especially. But I got there, it's 56. Whoa. Cancel. I don't know what I just did. I don't know what the hell I just did. Everything just broke. What the heck? Streamlabs just broke. Well, I can't see Streamlabs anymore, so if this is still working, say something. I can't see Streamlabs chat anymore, so if it's still working, give me a hey, if it's broken, it's broken now. If it's broken, I have to start over. Oh, no, it still works. Oh, Streamlabs still working. I don't know what the hell happened, though. Streamlabs chat is just broken now. Which... Word? Okay. I technically don't need it to read books. So, that's probably why I signed to start reading. Okay, anyway, let's see.
Hi Goober the Sniffles.
Hi Goober the Sniffles. Let's see.
I can see you.
Okay, as long as I'm still live. I don't know what happened, but it broke a little bit, so I can't see Streamlabs chat. I can't see Streamlabs chat, but that's okay. I will start reading books. I don't like using the YouTube for,
I'm blind.
You're blind. I don't like using YouTube for music time. And my reasoning for that, I believe, is solid, which is I get ads because I don't have ad-free YouTube. You know? That's it. Your boy just doesn't
I see things, I see them with my eyes, I see things, they're often in disguise like carrots, handbags, cheese.
What the fuck does that mean? The hell does that mean? What the fuck is even that?
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
The way I want to punch myself in the face every single time I have to look at an AI ad about some bullshit thing I don't give a shit about. It's like every time. Like, I would like to punch myself in the mouth.
Made for...
How is that? How you guys feeling about that music? You guys like that? I like that. Alrighty, let's get into book time. We will start, as always, with The Singing Bone, a Grimm's fairy tale. It's a physical copy, so you guys don't get a book, a picture of the book on the screen. Sorry about it. However, I will read, and I am excited. In a certain country, there was once a great land nation. Over a wild boar that ravaged the farmers' fields, killed the cattle, and ripped up people's bodies.
I hear things, I hear them with my ears, I hear things they're often in disguise, like cheeseburger, sneeze burger.
I'm turning off text-to-speech because that'll ruin it for people, so I'm turning it off. You guys can continue being silly, but I'm just making sure that when the VOD goes up, because some people do like listening to these at night, that the VOD isn't fucked. So no more text-to-speech while we read the book. Alright. In a certain country, there was once a great lamb nation over a wild boar. Oh wait, hold up. Duncan's calling me now? Jesus Christ. Alright, we are mute my mic.
That night it learned restraint. It let the dark stay weathered. Let the rain keep their paint. And in that strip down on a sea, the coast became softer kind of love. Salt on a piano, where the pilings knock and lanterns say. If the noon gulls claim the water and the dunes forget us, leave your night
I rushed Duncan off the phone. He's crying at me. He's upset. He's sobbing. He's crying. He's kicking his little Pete's and he's mad. But it's fine. I'm back. We're back. I'm sorry about that. Alright, The Singing Bone. This time for reals, for reals. I'll turn the music down because it's probably very loud. Making sure it's underneath my voice. If that's quieter and perfect, tell me. If it's not, don't say a word, I guess. Hi, Kenny. Lurking as always. Don't worry, Kenny. Tell Duncan to get on your YouTube. Nah, Duncan doesn't really watch me. If he does, he comes to troll. I love him. He's like one of my best friends, but he never watches me seriously. He is supportive of me VTubing, though. He just doesn't watch me seriously. That's good, thank you. Thank you. Alright. In a certain country, there was once a great lamb nation over a wild boar that ravaged the fields, ravaged the farmers' fields, killed the cattle, and ripped up people's bodies with its tusks. The king promised a large reward to anyone who would free the land from this plague, but the beast was so big and so strong that no one dared to go near the forest in which it lived. At last, the king gave notice that whoever should capture or kill the wild boar should have his only daughter as his wife. Now, there lived in this kingdom 2 brothers, sons of a poor man, who declared themselves willing to undertake the hazardous enterprise. The elder, who was crafty and true, out of pride, and the younger, who was innocent and simple from a kind heart. The king said, "In order to be sure of finding the wild beast, you must go into the forest from opposite sides." So, the elder brother went into the west side and the younger in on the east. When the younger had gone a short way, a little man stepped up to him, and held his hand a black spear and said, "I give you this spear because your heart is pure and good. With this, you can boldly." Wow, I can't see. It's dark. Sorry. I need to put a lamp on. It's dark. Hold on, put my lamp on. It's a little dark. I can't see the words. And I'm also poor of vision, so that doesn't help me. Anyways, "I give you this spear because your heart is pure and good. With this, you can boldly attack the wild boar, and it will do you no harm." He thanked the little man, shouldered the spear, and went on fearlessly. Before long, he saw the beast, which rushed upon him. He held the spear towards it, and, in its blind fury, it ran so swift against it that its heart was cut in two. Then he took the monster on his back and went homeward with it to the king. As he came out on the other side of the woods, there stood at the entrance a house where people were making merry with wine and dancing. His elder brother had gone in here, and thinking that after all the boar would not run away, was going to drink until he felt brave. But when he saw his younger brother coming out of the woods laden with the body, his envious evil heart gave him no peace. He called out to him, "Come in, dear brother, rest and refresh yourself with a cup of wine." The youth, who suspected no evil, went in and told him about the good little man who had given him the spear with which he had slain the boar. The elder brother kept him there until the evening, and then they went all together. And when in the darkness they came upon an old bridge over a brook, the elder brother then let the other go first, and when he was halfway across, gave him such a blow that he fell down dead. He buried him beneath the bridge, took the boar, and carried it to the king, pretending that he had killed it. Whereupon we did something at Wawa. Whereupon he obtained the king's daughter in marriage, and when his younger brother did not come back, he said, "The boar must have killed him." And everyone believed it. But as nothing remains hidden from God, the black deed was to come to light. Years afterwards, a shepherd was driving his herd across the bridge and saw lying in the sand beneath a snow-white little bone. He thought that it would make a good mouthpiece, so he clambered down, picked it up, and cut out a mouthpiece with it for his horn. And when he blew into it for the first time, in his great astonishment, the bone began to sing on its own accord. "A friend you blew upon my bone, how long I lay beside the water. My brother slew me for the boar to take his wife, the king's young daughter." "What a wonderful horn," said the shepherd. "It sings by itself. I must take it to my lord the king." And when he came with it to the king, the horn again began to sing on its own its little song. Jesus. "A friend you blew upon my bone, how long I lay beside the water. My brother slew me for the boar to take his wife, the king's young daughter." The king understood it all, and ordered the ground below the bridge be dug up. And when the whole skeleton of the murdered man came to light, the wicked brother could not deny the deed, and was sewn up in a sack and drowned. But the bones of the murdered man were laid to rest in a beautiful tomb in the churchyard. The end. That is our first story of the evening. Hooray! That is the first story of the evening. Hooray! We can read more Grimm's fairy tales. It's sort of up to community vote. You can throw some more. 'Twas sister, my beloved. You are free to request a Grimm's fairy tale if you want. If you give me any number between 1 and 200, I can read a second Grimm's fairy tale before we move on. If you would like one, gimme. I finally caught the stream. You gay boy. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Is my beloved. Just my sister's beloved. Would you like a Grimm's fairy tale? If you would like a Grimm's fairy tale, simply submit a number between 1 and 200 and I will find it in the book. I will find it in the book. Mother Goose Brew always makes me happy and makes me sleepy and cozy. That's the idea. That's the idea. You should read Us, Jack's London to Build a Fire. I don't know if that's in here. I might be able to find it online, but... Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. What is it called? To Build a Fire. Let me pull it up and see if I can get a PDF of it. Why do you want to hear To Build a Fire? I don't know, but it's a request, so I'm happy to do it. It's Jack what? That is the most depressing story I've ever read in school. Is it really that sad? Is it long or is it short? I never heard it. Neither have I. I found a PDF. I found a PDF. It is bleak. Is it long or is it short? How long is it? It's 19 pages. That's long, Bean. Bro, this is too long. This is too long for a warm-up story. If it's 19 pages. It's 16 pages? And everyone seems scared of it. Everyone seems fucking scared of it too. Bean, this might be a little bit too much for a bedtime stream. It might be a little bit too dark. It's pretty short, but like for a stream with me stuttering and shit, it might take me forever. It's not scary. I mean, everyone's saying they don't want to hear it though. Fine, pick another story. You can either give a number between 1 and 200, which gives me the physical copy. I saw it for Halloween. Or you can pick, it's so bleak. It depressed me so much when I was in... Yeah, we're not reading that. That's the opposite of what we're supposed to do for book club. Book club isn't supposed to make people sad. Puts big boy pants on. Book club is not supposed to make people depressed. It's supposed to make people feel cozy and warm and like bring them back to a nostalgic place. It's not supposed to hurt people. So no, we're not reading a story that makes people sad. It's not happening. Next request. Quickly. Tell me.
You know what's odd? If something's free, people just can't resist it. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh, is that...
Or I pick a story. Or I just read Alice and we end early. Alright, you guys are on picking one, so I'm reading Alice, which means I'm gonna jump in and read the introduction to Wizard of Oz. Let me get Wizard of Oz up. Let me get Oz up. Let me get Oz up. Skip. I don't need all this newfangled shit. Hi. There it is. Alright. Folklore, legends, myths, and fairy tales have followed childhood through the ages. For every healthy youngster has a wholesome and instinctive love for stories fantastical and manifestly unreal. The winged fairies of Grimm and Anderson have brought more happiness to childish hearts than all other human creations. Yet, old-timey fairy tales, having served for generations, may now be classed as historical in the children's library. For the time has come for a series of new wonder tales, in which the stereotyped genies, dwarfs, and fairies are eliminated together with all their horrible and blood-curdling incidents devised by their authors to point fearsome morals into each tale. Modern education includes morality. Therefore, the modern child seeks only entertainment in their wonder tales, and gladly despises with all disagreeable incident. Having this thought in mind, the story of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was written solely to the pleasure of children today. It aspired to become a modernized fairy tale in which the wonderment and joy are retained, and the heartache and nightmare are left out. L. Frank Baum, Chicago, April 1900. We can now start. We have christened the book. We have christened our book. We are on chapter 2 of Alice. This chapter is entitled The Pool of Tears. Let us begin. Let me get my flashlight though, so because my vision's not great. I don't have my glasses on. I think where my glasses are. It's like something I should know, like where my glasses are and shit, so I can see, but I don't know where they are. Okay. Curiouser and curiouser, cried Alice. She was so much surprised that for a moment she quite forgot how to speak good English. Now, I'm opening out ooh. Wow, that felt weird in my mouth. Those words did not feel good in my mouth. Now I'm opening up like a large telescope the largest telescope that ever was. Goodbye, feet. For when she looked down to her feet, they seemed to be almost out of sight, and they were getting so far off. Oh, my poor little feet. I wonder, who will put on my shoes and stockings for me now? I'm sure I shan't be able. I shall be a great deal too far off to trouble myself about you. You must manage the best way you can. But I must be kind to them, thought Alice, or perhaps they won't walk the way I want them to go. Let me see. I'll give them a new pair of boots every Christmas. And she went on planning to herself how she would manage it. They must go by the carrier, she thought. And how funny it'll seem sending presents to one's own feet. And how odd the directions will look. Alice's right foot, Esquire, hearthrug near the fender, with Alice's love. Oh dear, what nonsense I'm talking. Just at this moment, her head struck against the roof of the hall. In fact, she was now rather more than 9 feet tall, and she at once took up the little golden key and hurried off to the golden door, or the garden door. Poor Alice! It was so much as she could do, lying down on the side to look through the little garden with one eye. But to get through was more hopeless than ever. She sat down and began to cry again. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, said Alice. A great girl like you, she might well say this, to go on crying in this way. Stop this moment, I tell you. But she went on all the same, shedding gallons of tears, until there was a large pool all around her, about 4 inches deep, and reached halfway down the hall. After a time, she heard a little pattering of feet in the distance, and she hastily dried her eyes to see what was coming. It was the White Rabbit returning, splendidly dressed with a pair of white and gold kid gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. He came trotting along in a great hurry, muttering to himself as he came, "Oh, the Duchess! Oh, Well, this is won't spelled weird. Do you want to know how they spelled won't back in the day? It's a doozy. It's WO''N''T. That is wicked. That is a wicked in its evilness and how it's fucking spelled. That's you. That's your name. Your name is Esquire. I had to stop typing so I could get off the bus and run across the train tracks. Oh, won't she be savage if I've kept her waiting? Alice felt so desperate that she was ready to ask for help for the help of anyone. Jesus. So, when the rabbit came near her, she began in a low, timid voice.
In
If you
Philadelphia,
please, sir.
we root for the home team because they're our team too.
I don't root for the home team. I'll make sure I'm staying on time. We evolved a lot of species, so a lot of species. My knees are asleep. Just my knees. Literally, how is that possible? That sounds painful. If you please, sir. The rabbit started violently, dropping the white kid glove, or stared violently, and dropped the white kid glove and the fan, and scurried away into the darkness as hard as he could go. Alice took up the fan and gloves, and, as the hall was very hot, she kept fanning herself all the time. She went on talking. Dear, dear, how queer everything is today, and yesterday things went on just as usual. I wonder if I've been changed in the night. Let me think. Was I the same when I got up this morning? I almost think I can remember feeling a little different. But if I'm not the same, the next question is, who in the world am I? That's the great puzzle, and she began thinking over all the children she knew that were the same age as her, to see if she could have been changed for any of them. I'm sure I'm not Ada, she said, for her hair goes in such long ringlets, and mine doesn't go in ringlets at all. And I'm sure I can't be Mabel, for I know all sorts of things, and she knows such very little. Besides, she's she, and I'm I, and oh dear, how puzzling it all is. I'll try to know it all, what the fuck? I'll try if I know all the things I used to know. Let me see, 4 times 4 is 12, and 4 times 6 is 13, and 4 times 7 is, I shall never get to 20 at this rate. However, the multiplication table doesn't signify. Signify what? Let's try geography. Yes, signify. S-I-N-S-G-N-I-F-Y. Signify. Signify what? Okay. Sure. Whatever. Yeah, I'm cool with that. We're cool with that. Let's try geography. London is the capital of Paris, and Paris is the capital of Rome. And Rome is... No, that's all wrong. I'm certain I must have been changed for Mabel. I'll try and say, how doubt the little... And then she crossed her hands in her lap, as if she were saying lessons, and began to repeat it, but her voice sounded hoarse and strange, and the words did not come out the same as they used to do. How doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail, and pour the water of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, and neatly spread his claws, and welcome little fishes with gently smiling jaws. I'm sure those are not the right words, said poor Alice, and her eyes filled with tears again as she went on. I must be Mabel after all, and I shall have to go and live in the poky little house, and have next to no toys to play with, and oh, ever so many lessons to learn. No, I've made up my mind about it. If I'm Mabel, I'll stay down here. It'll be no use in putting their what the fuck? It'll be no use there putting their heads down and saying, "Come up again, dear." I shall only look to say, "Who am I then?" Tell me that first. And then, if I like being that person, I'll come up. If not, I'll stay down here till I'm somebody else. But, oh dear, cried Alice, with a sudden burst of tears, I do wish they would put that head down. I'm so very tired of being all alone here. As Alice said this, she looked down at her hands, and was surprised to see that she had put on the rabbit's little light glove while she was talking. How can I have done that? She thought. I must have been growing small again. She got up and went to the table to measure herself, and found that, as nearly as she could guess, she was now about 2 feet tall, and was going on shrinking rapidly. She soon found out that the cause of this was the fan she was holding. She dropped it hastily, just in time to save herself from shrinking away altogether. That was a narrow escape, said Alice, a good deal frightened at the sudden change, but very glad to find herself still in existence. And now for the garden. And she ran with all speed back to the little door. But alas, the little door was shut again, and the little golden key was lying on the glass table as before. And things are worse than ever, thought the poor child, for I never was so small as this before, never, and I declare it too bad, that is. What the fuck? Sorry. Cool. Old English is weird. As she said these words, her foot slipped, and another moment, splash! She was up to her chin in salt water. Her first idea was that she had somehow fallen into the sea, and in that case, I can go back to the railway, she said to herself. Alice had been to the seaside once in her life and had come to the general conclusion that whenever you go to an English coast, you find a number of bathing machines in the sea, and some children digging in the sand with wooden spades, then a row of long houses behind them, a railway station. However, she soon made out that she was in a pool of her own tears, which she had wept when she was 9 feet high. I wish I hadn't cried so much, said Alice, as she swam about, trying to find her way out. I shall be punished for it now, I suppose, by being drowned in my own tears. That will be a queer thing, to be sure. However, everything is queer today. Just then, she heard something splashing about in the pool, a little way off, and she swam nearer to make it out. To make out what it was. At first, she thought it must have been a walrus or hippopotamus, but then she remembered she was very small. She was very small now, and she soon made out that it was only a mouse.
Before you throw another controller,
I'm going to throw another controller if you keep interrupting me with your blasphemous ads that are using AI when I could be reading a book. I find it offensive that you keep playing ads and interrupting me. You offend me dearly. Anyway, I continue. Everything occurred today. Just then, she heard something splashing about in the pool, little ways off, and she swam nearer to make out what it was. At first, she thought it must have been a walrus or hippopotamus, but then she remembered how small she was now, and she soon made out that it was only a mouse that had slipped in just like herself. Would it be of any use now, thought Alice, to speak to this mouse? Everything is so out of the way down here, and I should think very little very little it can talk. At any rate, there's no harm in trying. So she began. Oh, mouse, do you know the way out of the pool? I am very tired of swimming about here. Oh, mouse, Alice thought this must be the right way of speaking to a mouse. She had never done such a thing before, but she remembered having seen in her brother's Latin grammar, a mouse of a mouse to a mouse, oh mouse. The mouse looked rather inquisitively, and seemed to her to wink with one of his little eyes, but it said nothing. Perhaps it doesn't understand English, thought Alice. I dare say it's a French mouse. Come over with William the Conqueror. For, with her knowledge of history, Alice had very clear notion how long ago anything had happened. So she began. I can't read French. Okay. Où est ma chat? Which translates to, where's my cat? Dang, I'm going to give bro my premium Spotify account. Well, no, I'm just scared of hitting... I would use my Spotify account because I have Spotify. I just don't want to hit copyrighted music. That's it. Which was the first sentence in her French lesson book. The mouse gave a sudden leap out of the water and seemed to quiver all over with fright. Oh, I beg your pardon, cried Alice hastily. After that, she had hurt the poor animal's feelings. I quite forgot you don't like cats. Not like cats, cried the mouse in a shrill, passionate voice. Would you like cats if you were me? Well, perhaps not, said Alice in a soothing voice. Don't be angry about it. And yet, I wish I could show you my dear Dinah. I think you'd take a fancy to my cat. If you could only see her. She's such a dear, quiet thing. Alice went on half to herself as she swam lazily about the pool, and she sits purring so nicely by the fire, licking her paws and washing her face. She is such a nice, soft thing to nurse, and she is such a capital one for catching mice. Oh, I beg your pardon, cried Alice again, for this time the mouse was bristling all over, and she felt certain it must really be offended. We won't talk about her any more if you'd rather not. We indeed, cried the mouse, who was trembling down to the end of its tail.
As if I would want to talk such a subject. Our family always hated cats. Nasty, low, vulgar things. Don't let me hear the name again. I won't indeed, said Alice, in a great hurry to change the subject of the conversation. Are you fond of dogs? The mouse did not answer, so Alice went on eagerly. There is such a nice little dog near our house. I should like to show you. A little big-eyed terrier, you know. With such long curly brown hair, and it'll fetch things when you throw them. And it'll sit up and beg for its dinner and all sorts of things. I can't remember half of them, and it belongs to the farmer, you know, and he says it's so useful. It's worth 100 pounds. He says it kills all kinds of rats and... Oh dear, cried Alice in a sorrowful tone. I'm afraid I've offended you again, for the mouse was swimming away from her as hard as it could, and making quite a commotion in the pool as it went. So she called in a soft way off, Mouse dear, do come back. Again, and we, sorry, I fucked it up. Mouse dear, do come back again, and we won't talk about cats or dogs either. You don't like them. When the mouse heard that, it turned around and swam slowly back to her. Its face was quite pale, with passion, Alice thought, and it said in a low, trembling voice, Let us get to the shore, and then I'll let you know my history, and you'll understand why I hate cats and dogs. It was high time to go, for the pool was getting quite crowded, with birds and animals that had all fallen in. There was a duck and a dodo and a lory and an eaglet, and several other curious creatures. Alice led the way. Sorry, that's a period there. Alice led the way, and the whole party swam to the shore. That is the end of chapter 2! Dang, that's the end of chapter 2! We're on with chapter 2 of the book, for now. Well, not for now, it's done. We finished it. We can read chapter 3 now, though. How was the face pale? It was fur. It's a book! What do you mean, how was the face pale? It was fur. It's a fucking book! That's so silly. It's such a silly question. Okay. Why am I getting all kinds of notifications of, like, confetti? Why does One Coming have confetti on it? What did you guys do? What are you guys doing on YouTube where I'm getting confetti? What the hell did y'all do? What the fuck did y'all do? Strange. Alright, I'm gonna change my model again. I changed my model again.
Sparse browser June with Faux Ralph by L'Oreal Paris. Introducing the Jalapeno Ranch Club.
I don't want to be introduced to nothing. Sorry. Okay, let's read chapter 3. I hope you guys are enjoying the book club today. I love doing book club. Book club is like my favorite thing to host. Honestly, it's my favorite thing to host streaming wise during the week because I enjoy reading so much. I'm not a voice actor or anything, but I do enjoy reading a lot. It's very fun for me. So I look forward to book club every week, and I love Alice in Wonderland. This copy is actually something that's very important to me. It's a copy that I got from my best friend when we were children, and I accidentally stole it, but she told me years later that she knew I was gonna steal it, and she wanted me to steal it, and she was happy that I did, and that's why she gave me such a nice copy. So it means a lot to me. And getting to read it to you guys is always nice. I read it on Irium one time, and obviously Irium has no track record. I am enjoying book club. I'm happy you're enjoying book club. Obviously there's no track record of any Irium book clubs that we hosted, so I'm very glad that we're starting book club over on Irium. You have a good voice for storytelling. You have a good storyteller voice. Thank you. If I ever get into a VTube agency, I hope I can turn book club into like an actual standardized thing that we do. I hit the ta-da emoji button, and wow, you got oh! Now I see the hearts. Oh, that's cute. When it's I can see it on One Coming. I can't see it on Streamlabs or on anything else, but I can see it on One Coming. That's nice. finish my alcohol-free beer. It's tasty. I crave beer, and it was tasty. I might start buying those instead of drinking alcohol, especially if I have stomach issues. Because these are good. It kills my craving for a beer. Okay. We are in chapter 3. This is the caucus race. Alcohol-free beer? Yes, they make alcohol-free beer. Duncan doesn't drink, so when he drinks with me, he buys alcohol-free beer. Okay. Let me recalibrate. So that when I look down at the book, my face isn't, like, actually pointed down. Okay. Nah, nerfing brew, but I'm glad you can drink without any problems. I mean, I can drink liquor without any problems, too. It's just that Duncan bought a 6-pack of alcohol-free beers to drink with me and have a lime, and he can't drink 6 alcohol-free beers in one sitting because he got sleepy. So he drank 2 and left us 4. So I drank 1, and my mom drank 1. Okay. Chapter 3, The Caucus Race and a Long Tale. Private political meeting amongst party members. There were indeed queer-looking, Sorry, I fucked it up. They were indeed a queer-looking party that assembled on the bank. The bird with dragged feathers, the animals that with their fur clinging close to them, and all dripping, dripping. That dash is killing me. All dripping wet, cross, and uncomfortable. The first question, of course, was how to get dry again. They had a consultation. They had a consultation about this, and after a few minutes, it seemed quite natural to Alice to find herself talking familiarly with them, as if she had known them all her life. Indeed, she had quite long argument with the Lorry, who at last turned sulking and would only say, "I am older than you, and you must know better." And this Alice would not allow, without knowing how old it was, and, as the Lorry positively refused to tell its age, there was no more to be said. At last, the mouse, who seemed to be a person of some authority amongst them, called out, "Sit down, all of you. Listen to me. I'll soon make you all dry enough." They all sat down at once in a large ring, with the mouse in the middle. Alice kept her eyes anxiously fixed on it, for she felt for sure that she would catch a bad cold if she did not get dry very soon. "Ahem," said the mouse, with an important air. "Are you all ready? This is the driest thing I know. Silence all around, if you please. William the Conqueror, whose cause was favored by the Pope, was soon submitted to by the English, who wanted leaders and had been at late much accustomed to usurpership and conquest. Edwin and Morcar and Earl Mercia. I'm gonna say Murica. And Earls of Murica and Northumbria. Ugh, said the Lorry with a shiver. "I beg your pardon," said the mouse, frowning, but very polite. "Did you speak?" "No, not I," said the Lorry hastily. "I thought you did," said the mouse. "I proceed. Edwin and Morcar, the early Murica of Thormbria, declared to him, and even Stingard, the patriarch, Archbishop of Canterbury, found it advisable." "Found what?" said the duck. "Found it," the mouse replied, rather cross. "Of course you know what it means." "I know what it means well enough when I find a thing," said the duck. "It's generally a frog or a worm. The question is, what did the Archbishop find?" The mouse did not notice the question, but hurriedly went on. "Found it advisable to go with Edgar Atheling to meet William and offer him the crown. William's conduct at first was moderate, but the insolence of the Normans— How are you getting on now, my dear?" it continued, turning to Alice as it spoke.
As wet as ever, said Alice, in a melancholy tone. It doesn't seem to dry me at all. In that case, said the dodo, solemnly rising to its feet, I move that the meeting adjourn for the immediate adoption of a more energetic remedy. Speak English, said the egglet.
I was worried.
The
we'd
eaglet?
be stranded for hours.
Eaglet. Egglet.
And our lives would revolve around the pothole. I'll use my credit card to order.
Not the egglet, the eaglet. 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 Eagle. I've never had alcohol in my entire life. Modelo, only terrible mouthful of surprise. Man, Cybertruck, ew. Mercia. Thank you. I appreciate you. Mercia. Well, we're past it, so it's okay. In that case, if you speak English, said the eaglet. I don't know the meaning of half those long words, and what's more, I don't believe you do either, said the eaglet, bent down its head to hide a smile. Some of the other birds tittered audibly. What I was going to say, said the dodo, in an offended tone, was that the best thing to do was to get us dry could be a caucus race. What is a caucus race? Said Alice. Not that she much wanted to know, but the dodo had paused as if it thought that somebody ought to speak, and no one else seemed inclined to say something. Why, said the dodo, the best way to explain it is to do it. And, as you might like to try the things yourself, some winter's day, I will tell you how the dodo managed it. First, it marked out a racing circle and a short, race course, I'm dyslexic. Marked out a race course in a short circle. The exact shape doesn't matter, it said. And then all the party were placed along the course, here and there. There was no 1, 2, 3, and away, but they began running when they liked. Began running when they liked and left off when they liked. So that it was not easy to know when the race was over. However, when they had been running half an hour or so, and were quite dry again, the dodo suddenly called, "The race is over!" And they all crowded around, panting and asking, "But who has won?" This question the dodo could not answer without a great deal of thought, and it stood for a long time with one finger pressed upon its forehead, the position in which you usually see Shakespeare in pictures of him. While the rest waited in silence, at last the dodo said, "Everybody has won, and all must have a prize. But who is to give the prizes?" Quite a chorus of voices asked. "Why, she, of course," said the dodo, pointing to Alice with one finger. And the whole party at once crowded around her and called out in a confused way, "Prizes! Prizes!" Alice had no idea what to do, and in despair she put her hand into her pocket and pulled out a box of comfits. Luckily, the salt water had not gotten into it, and handed them around as prizes. There was exactly one piece all around. "But she must have a prize herself, you know," said the mouse. "Of course," the dodo replied very gravely. "What else have you got in your pocket?" it went on, turning to Alice. "Only a thimble," said Alice sadly. "Hand it over here," said the dodo. Then they all crowded around her once more, while the dodo solemnly presented the thimble, saying, "We beg your acceptance of this elegant thimble." And when it had finished this short speech, they all cheered. Alice thought the whole thing was very absurd, but they all looked so grave that she did not dare laugh, and, as she could not think of anything else to say, she simply bowed and took the thimble, looking as solemnly as she could. The next thing was to eat the confits. Confits! They're like confectionaries. This caused some noise of confusion, as the large birds complained that they could not taste theirs, and the small ones choked and had to be patted on the back. However, it was over at last, and they all sat down again in a ring, and begged the mouse to tell them something more. "You promised to tell me a history, you know," said Alice, "and why it is that you hate C and D." she added in a whisper, half afraid that it would offend the mouse. Mine is a long and sad tale, said the mouse, turning to Alice with a sigh. It is a long and sad tale, certainly, said Alice, looking down with wonder at the mouse's tail. But why do you call it sad? And she kept on puzzling about while the mouse was speaking, so that her idea of the tale was something more like this. Fairy said to a mouse that he met in the house, let us both go to law. Go to law. I will prosecute you. Come, I'll take no denial. Wow, this is in the shape of a mouse tail, so bear with me. Come, I'll take no denial. We must have the trial. For really this morning I've nothing to do, said the mouse to the curtain. Such a trial. Wow, and it gets tinier as it goes down. Ooh, baby, said the mouse to the cur. Such a trial, dear sir, with no jury or judge, would be wasting our breath. I'll be judge, I'll be jury, said the cunning old furry. I'll try the whole cause and condemn you to death. Jesus, that was hard to read. That's okay. Where are we at? We have 30 minutes. Cool. Cool. You are not attending, said the mouse to Alice, severely. That was aggressive.
In Philadelphia, we root for the home team because they're our team too.
I don't care about the home team. I care about my book. You are not attending, said the mouse to Alice, severely. What are you thinking of? I beg your pardon, said Alice humbly. You had to go on the fifth bend, I think. I had not, cried the mouse sharply, very angrily. A knot, said Alice, always ready to make herself useful, and looking anxiously about herself. Oh, do let me help you undo it. I shall do nothing of the sort, said the mouse, getting up and walking away. You insult me by talking such nonsense. I didn't mean it, pleaded poor Alice, but you're so easily offended, you know. The mouse only growled in reply. Please come back and finish your story. Alice called after it, and the others only joined in chorus. Yes, please do. But the mouse only shook its head impatiently and walked a little quicker. What a pity it wouldn't stay, said the lorry. As soon as it was quite out of sight, and an old crab took the opportunity to say to her daughter, Oh, my dear, let this be a lesson to you to never lose your temper. Hold your tongue, ma, said the young crab, a little snappish. You're enough to try and be patient. You're enough to try the patience of an oyster. I wish I had our Dinah here. I know I do, said Alice aloud, addressing nobody in particular. She'd soon fetch it back. And who is Dinah, if I might venture to ask the question, said the lorry. She replied eagerly, for she always was ready to talk about her pet. Dinah is our cat. She's such a capital one for catching mice. You can't think. You can't think? Okay, sure. You can't think. And oh, I wish you could see her. The birds. Why, she eats all little birds as soon as she looks at it. This speech caused a remarkable sensation amongst the party. Some of the birds hurried off at once, and one old magpie began wrapping itself up very carefully, remarking, it really must be getting home, and the night air doesn't suit my throat. And a canary called out in a trembling voice to its child, Come away, my dear. It's high time you were all in bed. On various pretexts, they all moved off, and Alice was soon left alone. I wish I hadn't mentioned Dinah, she said to herself in a melancholy tone. Nobody seems to like her down here, and I'm sure she doesn't. She's the best cat in the world. Oh, my dear Dinah, I wonder if I shall ever see you anymore. And here poor Alice began to cry again, for she felt very lonely and low-spirited. In a little while, however, she again heard a little pattering of footsteps in the distance, and she looked up eagerly, half hoping that the mouse had changed its mind, and it was coming back to finish his story. Alright, that's the end of chapter 3, which means we do chapters 4 and 5 next week. So that's end of Alice for today. We're at 8 minutes, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., 35 minutes, 8:35 p.m., which is great because we have to do a couple more stories, and then I have to put Luna to bed, and then I have class. So I might just start wrapping up and doing our wrap-up stories right now. Right now. I will pull up all the places you'll go. This is like the most lurk-friendly stream you could possibly stumble into because y'all can just go to take a nap, it's fine. Just take a nap, it's fine. Okay. Okay. This is our second to last story for the evening, so we're gonna start wrapping up. I could put all the places you go on screen. I kinda am lazy. I don't feel like doing that. I'm just gonna read it. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head and you have feet in your shoes, and you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your way and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. You look up and down streets, look them over with care, and about some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're just too smart to go down any not so good streets. And you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along and you'll start to happen too. All the places you'll go. You'll be up on your way, you'll be seeing great sights, and you'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best, and wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in the prickly perches, and your gang will fly on, and you'll be left in the lurches. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump and you're in for much fun, unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lightened, but mostly are dark. A place you can sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you choose, and how much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right in 3/4, or maybe not quite? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused and you'll start into race down a long wiggly road at a breakneck pace, and grind on for miles across weirdish whited space, headed I fear to the most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting.
Prisma Browser, the most secure browser built for the agentic AI era. Say hello to Sarah Lee Half-Loaves. Half-Loaf, right fit.
Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all the waiting and staying. You'll find a bright place where the boom bands are playing. With banners flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're just that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There's fun to be done. There are points to be scored and there are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something you are quite a lot. And when you're alone, and there's a very good chance, you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the roads between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul, and on you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hack crack and howl. Onward and upward a frightening creak, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems whatever they are. And you'll get all mixed up, of course, as you know. And you'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deaf, and never mix up your right and your left. And will you succeed? Yes, of course. Sorry. Will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Boxman or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alvan Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Alright guys, we're on to our last story. I saw one thing. I'm waiting for the bus right now. Have a good bus wait. We have one more story, and then I'm dipping so I can take baby dog and put her to bed and then go to class. This is my favorite story for the evening. This is my absolute favorite. It is the one, the only, the walrus and the carpenter. It is my favorite. So, ahem. The last story of the evening before book club ends. This is like painfully short. It's only about an hour, 30-minute stream. It's a very short stream. I'm sorry. Ahem. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might. It did its very best to make the billows smooth and bright, and this was very odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkingly because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. The sun was wet. The sea was wet as wet could be. The sand was dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no clouds were in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this were only cleared away, they said, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept for half a year, do you believe the walrus said that they could get it clear? I doubt it, said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to take a hand of each. The elder oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The elder oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for their treats. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet. 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast it came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood, all waiting in a whirl. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings.
Maybe I'll download this whole video. I think I could download this whole video onto my computer. I think I'm gonna have to do that because it'll be a really good track. I like it. Anyway, the walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood, all waiting in a row. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath and all of us are fat. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that. A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar beside are very good indeed. Now, if you are ready, the oysters dear, we can begin to feed. But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be such a dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are so very nice. The carpenter said nothing but cut us another slice. I wish you weren't quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice. It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick. After all, we've brought them out so far, and made them trot so quick. The carpenter said nothing but the butter is spread too thick. I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears he sorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. "Oh, oyster," said the carpenter, "you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again?" But answers there came none, and this was scarcely odd because they'd eaten every one. That is the end of book club this evening. I appreciate everyone's company. I will look at the last message I got. I hope they shower praise upon your homework brew. I hope they do too. I hope they like it. So that concludes book club for this evening. With about 10 minutes to spare between now and class, I will go and put baby dog to bed and give her food. I hope everyone had a great book club. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope this was a good little cozy hour for everybody. I will likely sort out the music situation so we don't have ads. Sorry about that. Everything is flying by the seat of our pants always, we know. I do appreciate all of you, and as always, let's run through my outro. Thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Remember, I love you, because you should hear I love you at least once every single day. If you have not heard I love you today, I will say I love you, because hearing that is good for the heart, good for the spirit, and good for morale. Please remember to drink water and eat food to take care of your vessel. Try to take care of it. It is trying its best to take care of you. Don't punish it. It's not trying to punish you. Also, remember to take your medication as prescribed. I know you might not think you need it, but if you're prescribed, you definitely need it. Also, remember to be kind, be gentle with yourself. You're trying your very, very, very best, and if no one has acknowledged that today, I will acknowledge it. Congratulations, good job. You did your very best. I appreciate you. Last but not least, please remember that the mice run the true world order. Don't ask what that means, because I will never explain. Thank you so much again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Hang your thoughts beneath the glowing sky.